Man, it's another exciting day. We've got the Bianca, this time the Noah Pecan Coconut Blueberry Mudcake Lassi Gose. Now, I'm not even sure if this is going to be really dark like a stout or if it's going to be kind of like lighter and brighter and, you know, like a Gose, but sort of has those elements in it. So I'm really excited to see what this is going to be. Let's find out. Man, well, it's pink. I'm just going to pour some out here. It smells like, I mean, it smells a bit stouty, like it does smell chocolatey, but well, I'm just going to have to pour the whole thing and see what we got here. Man, oh, look at that. Look at this coloration on the inside of the glass there. It smells like chocolate shavings, like milk chocolate shavings. Then there's like a little bit of tartness from the fruits, the blueberry. Wow, I mean, compared to the Mudcake Stout that I tried yesterday, it is a lot more muddy because all that sweetness kind of covers over the roasty notes, so you don't get the bitter roasted burnt notes so much. Oh man, you know, it really does smell like a cake, like a really dense chocolate cake. With kind of cherry. I would have guessed cherry more than blueberry. When you splash it around, a little bit of blueberry does come up. So far I would never guess the pecan though, but I'm hoping that's going to come through a bit more in the flavour. Wow, there is a lot to take in there. You've got, what have you got? There's like multiple layers of chocolate. You sort of got the kind of cacao, bitter chocolatiness going on, a sort of more powdery chocolate. And there's also a richer element of chocolate, but kind of not the middle, which is really interesting. But in the middle, you've got a little bit of the salt, the tartness from the fruit, and just that overwhelming sweetness from the fruit pulp. There's also a kind of very slightly smoky mineral sort of flavour. I'm just trying to look for, unlike anything I've ever tasted before, by far. And the texture is so mouth-filling and thick, much like the other Biancas. But kind of the way that this is so in between a darker beer, you know, there are those roasty notes, but they come through as chocolate. And then you've got the lighter, salty. Wow, it's very confusing, but it's an incredibly rich, like, spectrum of flavour experience. Wow. That's awesome. That is really awesome. The appearance is like such deep, sort of as though it's like a raspberry juice, like concentrated raspberry juice or something. I mean, the colour, it's just incredible. So vibrant. Wow, this is nuts. Something I would say about this is that it stays pretty stable throughout the entire time. You taste it, you get the flavour experience in your mouth, and then every time you have some more, it kind of is more or less the same, which is good because it's a fantastic flavour. But it doesn't get less, but it also doesn't change a lot. It just remains those two extremes joined up by the sugar and the saltiness in the middle, and just this. I think because it's just such an unusual combination, it takes some time to sort of process. Man, what is really incredible about this beer is, as I said, it has these stout aspects, the fullness of it, the chocolatiness of it. There's a kind of, not really a roastiness, but the chocolate makes it stout-like. But it's not a stout, you know, it's a fruit pulp beer. And then it also has those really light vibes. The saltiness, the kind of, despite being thick and silky, it kind of has a lightish texture, I think because of the acidity from the fruit as well. And so it really is like you know, two ends of a spectrum, but they're joined by this kind of really unique middle part. And so I would say, if you can get your hands on this, then absolutely do. It isn't cheap, and it isn't very easy to find, although we do have it in the shop at the moment. But man, this is really the height of fashion in beer, and just for the sake of, I mean, even if it wasn't incredible, of knowing what this tastes like, you know, it's worth to have. Really made an impression on me, and I hope you manage to find one for yourself. Cheers. Thanks so much for watching another one of our videos. If you liked it, or any ideas you've got for future videos, let us know in the comments. Come down and visit, or if you can't, leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.